Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. It's lovely to have you here. I hope everyone is doing really, really well. And today's reading we are doing, aren't we? Now that you're gone, do they miss you? Do they have regrets? What are they thinking and feeling now the situation is over? Now you've gone. So as usual, I've got my 3 piles and I'm just going to bring you down like that so you can see them. We've got pile number 1 with the tiger's eye, pile number 2 with the blue lace agate, I should say, and pile number 3 with the red jasper. So just take a moment. As I always say, go for the pile that is calling for you. That's probably got your messages. There might be more than one pile. Remember, it's general, like I always say, it's general, so just take the messages that feel right to you, and if they don't feel right, then they're not your message. And it's timeless, that's good for whenever you're finding it. But other than that, I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Okay, pile number 1, welcome back to your reading. So today we're doing, aren't we, now you are gone, and now you have left the situation. Now it's over, if you like. Do they miss you? Is that person missing you? Are there regrets maybe? What are their thoughts and feelings now you've gone? Do they miss you? So you chose to come into the reading on the tiger's eye, beautiful tiger's eye. And also these 2 cards, I've also pre-shuffled one other card, but this one says love unabashedly, card number 40. Okay, love unabashedly. And then we've also got abundance. Okay, so I definitely feel at the moment this person feels it's a new cycle in some way. It's a new cycle for them in their life. I don't know what's going to come out. What I would say as well is just put a little bit of a trigger warning on this reading, and I'm going to do it to all the piles and say, I don't know what's going to come out in the reading. So if you're feeling a little bit tender or a little bit sensitive to the range of possible answers that might come out in any tarot reading regarding this kind of topic, then just to be mindful of how you're feeling, and maybe this might not be the reading for you because, as I say, I don't really know what is going to come out. But at the moment, what I would say is that your person is feeling in a good state within themselves, because these are very positive cards. So I'm just feeling that they feel very positive in themselves. They're feeling like it's a new cycle in their life. A new beginning maybe in love. Now it might be that they are wanting a new beginning with you. I don't know what's coming out here. But I would say that they are in a good place within themselves currently. They're feeling like there's an abundance of opportunities, an abundance of love that is there for them. But let's see what comes out in the tarot first. Just want to say a big thank you if you have subscribed lately to the channel, if you have shared or commented. I really appreciate that. That is all, brilliant, because it helps the channel to grow, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much for doing that. And if you feel that you want to subscribe, then please do. So let's see. So, let's ask, first of all, what, does pile number 1's person miss pile number 1 now they have gone? What do they think and feel about pile number 1? Do they miss them? Is there regrets? What do they think and feel about pile number 1 now that it has gone? Do they miss them? Oh, these are lots of cards, which are too many. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, which is the King of Pentacles. I'm going to take the top one that I can see, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm going to put the rest on the pack, because otherwise it's way too many. Now that gives me a lot of information there. You've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. So do they miss, does pile number 1's person miss pile number 1 now it's over, now they've gone? What do they think and feel towards pile number 1? Do they have regrets? 8 of Cups. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Empress. Okay. Now the Empress is also a feeling of abundance, a feeling of creativity, a feeling of manifestation. To be honest with you, I feel this reading at the moment could go in one of 2 ways, actually. I'm just going to be honest with you, and I'm going to see what's going to come out here. But either this person, because King and Queen of Pentacles is divine counterparts, you know, they go well together, don't they? So it could be that the way this person is thinking and feeling about you is that you are their divine counterpart, that they want to be with you again, that they miss you, that you had a very solid connection, that they feel a sense of home with you, that maybe you had a very strong, secure connection, stable connection before, but it came into separation here. Somebody walked away from it. Maybe you walked away from it or something like that. But with the Empress card here, with the Abundance card, with the Love Unabashedly, they are thinking and feeling that they do miss you terribly, and they want to come back into the situation and create something loving and secure and stable again with you. That you might be the mother of their child, you might be somebody that they have built something up with and having this sort of very strong relationship with, and they want to, you know, they want to reinvent that really. They want to create something again. But the other way that we could read it, and that's why I'm going to wait till these cards come out, is that they want to leave the situation. They felt it was the right thing to do, the right thing for the situation to come into separation, to move on to the situation. Because the Eight of Cups is somebody moving away from a situation, usually onto something better, which would be the Nine of Cups. And so it could be that this person is feeling that it was right to separate, and it's now options are open to them, and they have maybe wanting to connect with other people, wanting to create something with other people, wanting to have a connection with other people. That's the other way in which they, and that they are feeling happy to do that. They are feeling confident about doing that. They feel there's going to be a plethora of options for them. And they want to create something new. So that is kind of where I think this reading is at. It could go one of two ways, and I'm just going to wait and see what the clarification cards here are underneath. So I just have to be honest here, card number one. I feel like this person does want a new beginning. They feel it's the right time for a new beginning. They feel confident about going forwards in love. They are feeling happy in themselves. If it could be that they want to come back towards you because somebody moved away, so they want to recreate because they see you as this divine counterpart, this person that you know, maybe they've created something with before already, where they've built up a lot with you, and they want it back. They want to create it again, with the Empress being the overarching energy, you know, or they see it as the right thing to have walked away, to have moved away. I mean, it may be that they have met someone else, or that they are with somebody else that they have built up a connection with too, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles here as well. So that is what I'm seeing, and I have to be honest here that it could go one of those two ways. So let's have a look. So the King of Pentacles on the Queen of Pentacles, that could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and the Eight of Cups is Pisces energy, and Empress is always Taurus energy. So it could be that they want to love unabashedly, in the sense that they just want to be open. They want their heart to be open to love again, either with you, or it is that they have found new love. They have found an abundance of love, and they want to kind of, you know, they want to develop that. They want to grow that. They want to build that up again. And they felt that they couldn't do that unless they moved away from the situation with you. So they're seeing that as the right thing to have done. But let's, first of all, before we do anything, let's just see what our clarification cards are here. So does, oh, I'm not going to take that and ask the question yet. So does part number one miss, does part number one's person miss part number one? What do they think and feel towards them? Do they have any regrets? Are they missing part number one right now? But these two wanted to come out, which is the, we have got, this is the Judgment card. This is the Five of Pentacles. What else are they missing? Part number one right now. Are they missing part number one? What are they thinking and feeling towards part number one? Three of Pentacles, okay. And at the bottom of the deck is the Star card. Yeah, okay, so this sort of, what confirms this to me is that I believe that you might have walked away from the situation, you might have left them, or somebody walked away from the situation, but actually, because right under the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is, or maybe they left you. There's this feeling of being out in the cold. So they're feeling out in the cold. They're not really happy about being out in the cold from you, of being, because the Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. So maybe they are not being able to access you. They're not being able to access you because now you've left them. Now it's over. And they don't like that. I mean, the Five of Pentacles is not a comfortable place to be. I think they do want this new beginning with you, and that is why, because we've got the Judgment card, which is a rising up, a leveling up, a call to action. So I feel like they want to act to be able to create something again with you, to build something again with you, to love unabashedly. So maybe if they didn't show much love before, maybe you had to leave the situation because they weren't very affectionate, or they weren't very loving, or they weren't very caring, or they weren't showing you commitment, possibly. With the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, maybe they weren't showing you commitment. They are wanting now to raise the situation, to raise the vibration. So I feel with the Five of Pentacles, they are missing you. They do miss you. They feel very much out in the cold. They feel rejected, or they feel dejected. Maybe they're thinking that you feel that way as well. But with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like whoever walked away, they are now rethinking it, because the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, and this person is kind of hard at work, aren't they? They're hard at work trying to come up with ways, trying to come up with solutions, with the potion here, with the illustration of the pentacle that they're drawing. They're trying to come up ways with the black cat. They're trying to think up ways, maybe magic up ways of bringing the situation back, of collaborating again, because the Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. So my sense is that they want to collaborate with you again. They want to reconcile with you again. I do feel they definitely want to reconcile with you again. They want a new beginning. This card is, and it's because I think they feel you and them are sort of like inextricably linked. This might be a marriage, this might have been a committed situation, this might have been something long term, you might share a family together. So I definitely feel that they feel that, and that they want to show you, with the love unabashedly, with the abundance, they want to show you the strength of their feeling going forward, and have this brand new beginning, a better beginning with you. Because the overarching energy underneath the Empress is the Star card. Well, the Star card is about hope. The main, the main message of the Star card is hope and healing. So I'm feeling that this person wants hope and healing. They do miss you. They want to come back. They want the situation to rise up again. They might be able to sort of see you with the Star card here. So if you've got no contact, they might still be watching you, still seeing you, still checking you out for sure. But I feel that they are trying to think of ways to bring the situation back. So it's not just a case of you missing you. I think they kind of want the connection back. They want to revel in the connection again. They want to have abundance in the connection again here with the Empress, which also means abundance, and the Abundance card. They want to sort of like bring it all back again. Only much bigger and better, really. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And it may be about commitment, that they want commitment. Or maybe somebody left, like I say, somebody left this connection because there was a lack of commitment, or they weren't feeling like there was enough commitment in the situation. But I think that now this person is feeling very much out in the cold. They don't like it, and they want to bring something else. They want to renew the connection. I feel like they want to renew the connection, definitely. But let's see what we've got in terms of message cards, angel cards here. Does pile number one, this person miss pile number one? Do they miss them? Do they have regrets? What do they, what are their thoughts? What are their feelings right now? This one says, heaven, your loved ones are always with you. So maybe there is a spiritual connection here. I did say with the divine counterparts here. Maybe you're both feeling, or you're feeling, quite low in this separation. unhappy yourself, out in the cold. And it's just a message to let you know that, you know, Spirit is around you. It's trying to give you healing. It's trying to give you hope. It's trying to give you, you know, just trying to keep your spirits up, really. It's funny because when I looked at the Three of Pentacles here, I saw this person writing with a white feather. And I remember thinking then, oh, like, you know, Spirit is around this connection, because white feathers, and the black cat, white feathers are often, you know, in some cultures are believed to be sort of messages or signs from the gods. So it just goes very well with that card there. I feel like maybe this connection is protected. Maybe there's some divine timing that is in this connection in some way. Let's see, so what other messages do we have for pile number one? And their person does, you know, does pile number one's person miss pile number one? Timing, oh my God, what did I just say about timing? That is unbelievable. Allow events to unfold at the correct time. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing how the messages come out. Yeah, there is something around timing in this situation for sure. Thank you for that. Is there, you know, does pile number one's person miss pile number one here? I feel like that one was disagreements, agree to disagree. So maybe they're thinking, you know, this has come apart because there's been, you know, as obviously something has gone wrong. Now you've gone, obviously something has gone wrong, but you know, I think they're wanting to, you know, they're definitely wanting to build it up again. They're wanting to sort of, yeah, to agree to disagree. They're hoping that you're going to be able to get past any disagreements, certainly. There's this one is here as well. What's this one? Lessons. Love teaches us many lessons. Maybe there's been a lot to learn in this situation. You know, maybe it's, if you're in separation now, maybe it's about healing with the Star card here. It's about, you know, healing yourself, so that, or both of you taking time to heal yourself, to nurture yourself, and then when you come back into the connection, you're sort of in a better place, aren't you? Because you've actually nurtured yourself, you've given yourself a cup of love, so you're sort of stronger within yourself. Let's see what else we've got here. The other messages for pile number one and their person, please. I think we know that pile number one's person misses them. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. What was that one? What else have we got? For pile number one. What are they thinking and feeling about pile number one? What is pile number one's person thinking and feeling about pile number one? I feel you even though we are apart. So yeah, they feel a strong link between you. What's that one? I feel like that one there, sorry. I left you before you could leave me. So maybe there was some, you know, with the lessons and everything, maybe there was some fears, some limiting beliefs, some, you know, anxieties, insecurities. You know, so this person thought, oh, you know, they're going to leave me anyway. I'm just going to go before they do. You know, so basically limiting beliefs about themselves, about how they are in relationships, that things aren't going to work out, so you might as well just leave it anyway. So it could have been that kind of stuff going on here. Last message for pile number one, their person does pile number one's person miss pile number one. What do they think and feel about pile number one? Please, can you tell me what they think and feel about pile number one? I left when I saw you with someone. Oh, so maybe that is relevant. That's maybe a specific message, possibly, for a couple of you there. You know, so maybe again it fed into this person's insecurities, or maybe you left them for somebody else. That could be the other way of seeing this. Maybe you left them for someone else. But I definitely feel this person does definitely miss you. You know, they do feel very much out in the cold. They think of you in a very loving way still. They want to renew that. They want to create abundance with you again. They see you as their divine counterpart. They are, I think they're hopeful of healing. They're hopeful that healing can happen and that this situation can be renewed again. But anyway, pile number one, that has been a reading. If you liked it, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 2, and welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading, we're doing our, do they miss you now that you've gone? What are their current thoughts and feelings? Do they have any regrets? So you chose to come into the reading under this card, which says listen. It's a beautiful card, actually. Card number 45. Okay, so listen, beautiful. And also I pre-shuffled one other oracle card here, and that is potential. So I feel like, I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting the kind of phrase, also, sorry, the blue lace agate, I feel like there's still, although you've gone, or the situation has presumably, ended, there's still something bubbling there. There's still something going on there. There's still, because the volcano, has the potential to erupt at any moment. There's a lot of repression as well. There might be a lot of repressed feelings and emotions in this connection still, things that are hidden. It still has a lot of power in it, is probably what I want to say, because this volcano has the potential to erupt, to be explosive, to be magnificent, to be wonderful. But at the moment it's all kind of repressed and hidden and in darkness, and it's just kind of like there's a few little, sparks coming out of the top here. Now with the listen card as well, that is about, listening to your guidance. Actually, it's about listening to your guidance, about it's like having silent time. So I feel like in some ways it's like got a spiritual element, this connection, but you might be feeling certain things, or seeing certain things, or getting certain signs or whatever about this connection that makes you feel that there's still a pull to it. So I feel like your person is probably feeling that as well. There still seems to me like a lot of power in this connection. But anyway, let's see what else is coming out here. So those are just my initial thoughts. Okay, obviously 45 cancels down to 9, so obviously ending of a cycle and completions and new beginnings. So maybe it's something that could reignite, where there could be power in it again. So maybe your person is feeling that it could come back. But at the moment it's in separation, and maybe they're feeling that there's a need for it to be in separation. There's a need for you to both maybe get some healing or something like that with the listen card here. Let's see. So thank you so much for sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting. Really, really thank you for that. It just allows the channel to grow. And it helps me to know what you like, so that I can carry on doing videos like this one. And if you do feel like you want to subscribe, then please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, so you always know when I'm uploading. Let's get straight to it. So does pile number 2's person miss them? What are their thoughts and feelings about pile number 2 now? Do they miss them? I thought that one wanted to come out, which was the moon. That goes really with this potential card here, sort of hidden. A lot of repression going on. 2 of Swords. Does pile number 2's person miss pile number 2? What are their thoughts and feelings about them? 7 of Wands. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. Right. I mean, I think they do miss you. I would say that they do miss you, but they might not show that. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like with your person, there is a lot of stuff that they keep down, that they repress, that they hide, that they don't show. But it isn't that they don't feel it. I feel they may be keeping a lot of stuff down, and it's almost like they could explode really with it at any moment, a bit like a volcano. So I feel like they're probably not very happy in separation. I feel like they're having to really hold on to their emotions. But I think they believe it's important for the separation to happen right now, because there needs to be some healing, or maybe they're thinking that you need to have some healing, or you need to have some space, because the moon card shows this person with their back to us, doesn't it? You know, sort of like looking up. I feel like they want to get, and then the moon doesn't normally always mean healing, but again, I'm just getting this sense that this person feels that somebody or both of you need to have healing in this situation. It could have been, they may be feeling as well confused, because the moon card can be about confusion, lack of clarity. So I think they're not clear, they're confused, they feel a strong pull and draw towards you still, but I feel it's all repressed, it's all kind of hidden. They're not kind of open, they feel like they have to conceal that they're not open about that. But they're feeling it deeply, they're feeling it really deeply. Now, the Two of Swords is also a card of confusion. Two of Swords in the normal deck shows somebody with, you know, a blindfold over them. With Two of Swords, they're usually sitting on a bench with the, you know, with the water behind them, with their back to the water. It's funny because the moon is about intuition as well, about being intuitive, but the Two of Swords card can be that you're sort of blocking. There's a lot of blocks going on around. So they might want to not accept the situation as it is, or they may feel very confused in the situation, or they're blinding themselves to the reality of the separation because they don't want it to let it go. Because on this little Two of Swords, we've got these two little birds here. So I feel like there's a lot of regret with your person. I feel like they do miss you. I feel like they feel very deeply towards you. There's a lot of magnetic pull still towards you. They may be actually going, I mean, I don't always say this about the moon, but obviously moon is lunar, isn't it? Lunar, and we link that to the word lunatic. I'm not saying your person is a lunatic or you're a lunatic in any way, but, you know, we do get that whole thing about, you know, full moon madness and all that kind of stuff. I just feel like your person is mentally, with the Two of Swords here, going through it really. They are struggling. I feel that they are struggling in the separation. Seven of Wands is challenge, you know, is a card of challenges, somebody feeling challenged. And I'm just noticing that on this person's chest, they have the tattoo love on their chest. And I feel this person does still love you. And it's like, again, it's somebody like the volcano, where there's a sense of restriction to this love, because this person is behind the bars, they're trying to break free. And I feel with the potential here and the kind of volcano, they feel this love for you, but it's all repressed, it's all inside, they're not letting it out. And maybe that was why you came into separation with them to begin with, because they weren't able to commit, or they weren't able to express themselves, or they weren't able to be open and honest and truthful. They were too dithery with the Two of Swords here. They weren't, you know, you couldn't rely on them or something like that. But it's a time for healing, and I feel like your person is wanting to heal, but they're not happy in the situation. But part of me wants to say to them, you know, they need to listen to that intuitive hit that they're getting about this connection, which is that this connection is, you know, means a lot. Now, you've got in this spread here, you have got three images that have the moon in them. So you've got the moon in this one, you've got the moon just here in that one, and you've got the moon in the Hierophant as well, which is quite an unusual depiction of the Hierophant. So the moon is about, can be about deception, confusion, lack of clarity, cycles, because it governs the tides, the moon. So there might have been a lack of clarity before. This person still feels a lack of clarity. It might have been a hidden situation. So maybe the situation was a secret situation in some way, a clandestine situation, and that caused it to come into separation. Or they feel that they've got to keep they felt they had to keep their feelings hidden. They still feel they've got to keep their feelings hidden. But with the Hierophant here, Hierophant is about commitment. So I feel the overarching energy is that this person does feel, they do miss you. They do have regrets. They are in a bit of a, you know, there's a lot bubbling within them. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of deep emotion just bubbling up, waiting to kind of erupt here. Part of them is stuck. They're stuck in this sort of separation. They're stuck in the situation. They want to break out and express their love. They want to break out and express how they feel. And they sort of want commitment. I feel like they want commitment. So that's kind of where your person is at right now. I feel like they're in a little bit of darkness. They might be in a little bit of a dark place within themselves, with the moon here twice, or the references to the moon coming up once, but references to the moon all through this reading. Yeah, they might in their mental state. They might be quite up and down. You know, they might be quite low in spirits in some way. So I feel like they've been very impacted by the fact that you are no longer, because you are. I feel like you are very. You know, you've put yourself in a tower here. You are very inaccessible to them. Maybe you have left for healing. You have left to listen to what's important for you, to listen to your intuition, to listen to what's right for you, to begin a new journey, to begin a new cycle. You have done that for yourself. You have kind of like detached from them in some way. And maybe you've done that to gain access to your power. Maybe that makes you feel more powerful. Maybe the situation didn't make you feel particularly powerful or valued, and now you have taken yourself out of it to heal, to connect to spirit, to find kind of inner guidance. It's making you feel more powerful. But for them, I feel they're sort of stuck, really. They're stuck in the situation still. Going a little bit, possibly maybe a little bit unsettled or a little bit unstable in themselves. But anyway, in terms of astrological signs, this is Taurus energy is the Hierophant, the moon is Pisces energy, Two of Swords is Libran energy. Yeah, I feel like they're struggling to get balance within themselves. And the Seven of Wands is Leo energy. So let's see. So I think we've established that they do miss you. But what are their thoughts and feelings towards part number 2? Right now, please. Now that part number 2, now it's over. Now they're gone. What are their thoughts and feelings towards part number 2? Please. Got, the World. Nine of Wands. Nine of Pentacles, okay. And Three of Pentacles. Now, Three of Pentacles came up in pile number 1 and you feel drawn to it. But I feel that they do miss you, and that they feel that you have moved on. That's their thoughts and feelings about you. Because you've got the Nine of Wands. I mean, both these two figures are standing strong, aren't they? I mean, the Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy. It's a very independent, somebody who's kind of, and it goes with that 45 card of being up in that tower, just healing yourself, looking after yourself. I feel like they think that you are standing strong, that you've supported yourself, that you are okay, that you've moved on, actually. I think they feel that you've moved on. The Nine of Wands can often be the kind of wounded warrior, but this Nine of Wands is a very strong depiction of somebody really standing their ground, really standing up for themselves, being kind of defiant, looking after themselves, looking after, their own sort of health and well-being, really. And I feel that's how they see you, as somebody who's doing that, coming into a new cycle here with the World card. So whilst they're confused and still not clear and stuck in the connection, I believe that they think you've moved on, you're in a new cycle. And that might be why they feel they've got to keep their feelings hidden now. They've got to keep their feelings hidden or repressed, or just not say anything, really, because you've moved forward. Because you are an independent person. You in many ways, though, the Nine of Pentacles is about wish fulfillment as well, but in a concrete way, and it goes to the Hierophant. So I think ideally they are sort of like still thinking that they would like to have commitment with you, that they would like to have a solid foundation with you, a solid connection with you, because you are a wish fulfillment in that sense, in a grounded way, where you build up a sort of like a 3D life together, in the here and now, really. So that's also, you know, and they would love to be able to break free, to be able to express their love, to break out of this kind of jail, in a sense that they've put themselves in, this sense of stuckness that they've put themselves in, to break out and express their love and build something with you, create commitment with you. And that's kind of what I feel like, in a way, this person is kind of working on trying to do that with the Three of Pentacles here, because Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. But this particular depiction shows somebody working hard to come up with a plan of how they can collaborate with you again. I feel this person wants to collaborate with you again, to build up commitment. If there wasn't commitment before, if there was deceit, if there was confusion, if there was lack of clarity, if there was stuckness, if there was... I feel with the two little birds here, they see you as somebody that they want to be with in a committed way. Definitely. But they can see that you are an independent energy. And that might be why we have the Nine of Wands as well, because they feel like it's going to be a bit of a challenge. They feel like you've, you moved into a new cycle. You've started a new cycle for yourself. Maybe they're seeing that you've grown spiritually, that you're on your own spiritual path, your own journey of enlightenment, that you have a strong sense of self now, more strong than you had before, maybe when you knew them. That there's a huge amount of potential in you. But they are, I feel like they're working hard. They're working hard to think up ways, because we've got, it's funny because I said the same in pole 1 with this when it came up here. They've got a lot of tools here on the table to help them to think about how they could collaborate with you, because they've got the potion, they've got the black cat to give them inspiration, they've got the candle to light to lead the way, to lead them forwards, the feather, which is a connection to spirit. A lot of cultures believe that white feathers are a connection to the gods. So I feel like they're thinking of all these ways about how they could connect with you and create a committed situation with you again, pile number 2. So they definitely 100% do miss you, and I think they would like to. They would like you back, but it has to be done at the right time, I feel, because the moment they think of for you, you need to heal. You need to look after yourself. You need to, work on yourself maybe. And so all they can do really at the moment is kind of keep their feelings hidden, repressed, and sort of wait for the right moment, for the right time, or what they think is the right time, really. Okay, so let's see what else. Let's see if we've got any messages here for pile number 2. Is there any messages? Oh, I'm not going to take that because I haven't asked the question yet. Oh, so maybe this person wants to say a lot, but they're kind of keeping it all down. Please can tell me, is there any messages here about pile number 2's person missing pile number 2? What are their thoughts and feelings now it's over? Please can you tell me what's going on here? I feel like both these want to come out, so let's see what they are. Compromise. Compromise is not submission. So maybe somebody needs to compromise, or they're wanting, with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like that is very much a compromising, collaborating kind of energy. Wish, make a wish. I feel like you're their wish. I feel like you would be their wish. They would have a wish to come towards you, certainly, or wish to be with you. Let's see what else we've got. Move those over a little bit. Is there anything else for part number 2 in their person, please? One other card. So I think we know where they missed pile number 2, but what are their thoughts and feelings right now? Past. Leave the past in the past. So there might be an element of that as well. So that might be why they're keeping their feelings hidden, keeping it all repressed, because maybe they're thinking you've moved on. You have started a new cycle. And that might be why you got the Two of Swords, because they're umming and ahhing about whether they should connect or whether they shouldn't connect. But so sometimes in moments of doubt they may think, well, we'll leave the past in the past, but I don't think they will do that with the Three of Pentacles here underneath the Hierophant. I think they will come forward. So does pile number, how does pile number 2's person think and feel about pile number 2 right now? What these want to come out. What are these? I want to feel that way again. The timing just wasn't right for us. And then we've got, I feel you even though we are apart. So yeah, with the Moon card, the reference to the Moon, I feel there is a strong magnetism. And maybe when you were first together, the timing wasn't right. You know, maybe at that point it wasn't the right time. Maybe all the potential of it is yet to still erupt, is yet to still come out. And that is what this person is realising at the moment, and they want to kind of work ways of which to kind of reconnect and have, you know, commitment in the situation. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading, we are doing, aren't we, you know, do they miss you now that you've gone? You know, what are their current thoughts and feelings? You know, do they have regrets? So you chose to come into the reading under this card, which says, card number 42, it's beautiful actually, guidance is golden. Guidance is golden, okay, and the red Jasper here, lovely. And also a pre-shuffle with one other oracle card, and this is stand still. Stand still. There's quite a lot of correlation, isn't there, between the colours here. Sort of like, it reminds me of nighttime scenes, really. So, I feel like your person is giving this situation a lot of thought. They're very reflective. I feel like there's a lot of reflection going on. With the guidance is golden, and so I feel like they're really reflecting, they're really going inward, and they're trying to see the situation as it really is. They're trying to be kind of honest about it. They're trying to maybe look at what the challenges were, what the difficulties were, and they're really being reflective about that. And they need stillness. They need this separation or this stillness to work that out. They may be seeking guidance or counsel, either from themselves, from their own higher self, or from others. But then they're certainly not taking it lightly. It's had a huge impact on them. And, you know, like this, is it a stalk? Is standing still because it's stuck. They may be stuck as well. Because this is like swamplands where, you know, it gets really muddy and sometimes you can get stuck in that. And I feel like this bird is stuck. So they may be quite stuck at the moment, but they're certainly very reflective and thinking about a lot. But it might mean that they're kind of still stuck in the situation or still stuck thinking about what you know, the relationship, what's gone on between you. And they're needing to reflect on that a lot. So it's not something that they've just kind of forgotten about. Okay, so let's see what else we've got here. Thank you very much for everyone who has subscribed, commented, liked, shared. So thankful for that. I'm not going to take that because I haven't answered the question yet. Thank you so much for doing that, and it just helps me to grow the channel. I know what you like, and then I can do more readings around that. And yeah, just thank you for doing that, really. And if you feel like you want to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you always know when I'm uploading and you never miss an upload, then that would be great. But anyway, let's see, let's really focus on ours. So does pile number 3's person miss pile number 3? What are their current thoughts and feelings right now? Do they miss pile number 3? Like this one wants to come out. Temperance. Do they miss pile number 3? 3 of Cups. Do they miss pile number 3? What are their thoughts and feelings towards pile number 3? Now, at the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Swords. Now, the Moon card here, so you've got Temperance, you've got the 3 of Cups, and you've got the Moon. And the Moon has come out in all of the 3 readings, I think. So if you feel drawn to any of the other readings, pile number 3, you might want to listen to them. Now, the overarching energy is the 8 of Swords, and that is the epitome of feeling stuck. So I do feel that your person with the standstill card here is they feel stuck, they feel caught up in it still. Then they haven't let it go. So I think from that, I think we can, say that they are missing you. They are still holding on, if you like, to the situation. They may be needing support here with the guidance is golden to help them manage it, because the 8 of Swords is feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling caught up in it still, not feeling happy, maybe not being able to accept, and that's why I said I haven't let it go, not being able to accept the situation as it is. It's funny because at the beginning I sort of said they are looking at the situation in the way that it is, in the reality. So maybe what I really mean, or maybe what the message is, that they are not able to see, because this person is blindfolded, they are stuck against this post, they can't move. There's an inability for them to see or to want to see the reality at the moment. So I feel like they do miss you if you've gone. They're not happy in that situation. They would love to balance it out again. I think they would love balance. I feel like it might have been, for some of you, that it came into separation because of a third party that got in the way. Because we've got the 3 of Cups here. So it could have been, because that's in the middle of the reading, it could have been a third party situation that caused it to come into separation, just for some of you. Because again, in this depiction of the Temperance, this Temperance does normally talk about balance, talk about balancing things out again. But in this depiction, it always shows this mermaid with two shells. One sort of focusing more on one than the other. That's quite an unusual depiction of the balance of the Temperance card. And it always makes me think, because it's come right next to the 3 of Cups, it just makes me think that maybe there was a situation, maybe they or you or left the situation for something else, for another person, for another situation, for something else that seemed to look better. So if it was them, they might have gone for something that appeared, to them to be shinier or brighter or whatever. But I feel that there is kind of regret actually with the 8 of Swords here. I feel there was regret with that, or maybe you did. Maybe you left them for somebody else with the 3 of Cups here. But the other way of reading the 3 of Cups is that they want happiness back into the situation. They are focusing, or they are thinking of you in a happy way, in a joyful way. And that's what they want. They want balance and they want joy back in the situation. But there is the Moon card here, which shows confusion, lack of clarity. It shows, it does show deep emotions as well. But again, with us being able to see half of the mermaid underwater and half of the mermaid above the water, it just makes me feel again that they're looking for balance somehow in this depiction. They're wanting there to be balance in some way, because it's sort of similar to the Temperance card here. I just feel like you can see the half below, half above. It makes me feel that they want balance. And with the Moon card, things are probably out of balance. Because like I say, the moon can be about, not being clear, confusion. There might have been some deception, some dishonesty. They might actually be having some sort of mental health issues, or a real lack of balance, because the 8 of Swords and the Moon next to it shows somebody just mentally not very balanced, certainly not very happy, because the Moon can talk a little bit about feeling low in spirits or feeling a little bit down as well. Because obviously we have I think I said it in pile number 1, you know, in another language, the moon, you can say la lune or la luna, and it goes with the whole word, you know, the whole old-fashioned word of lunatic. I'm not saying they are a lunatic or mad. I'm just saying that, you know, there is a connection between the moon and sort of madness. You know, we talk about the whole full moon thing, about how people behave differently when it's the full moon. They can be, you know, governed by other instincts or other things, you know. So there is that whole kind of mystery as well around how people are impacted by the power of the moon, and sometimes it's not always in a positive way. And I just thought this person is not in maybe a good shape at the moment, in separation. There's maybe a lot of doubts, maybe a lot of fears, because that would also go with the Eight of Swords. I feel like they, you know, maybe there were doubts and fears, limiting beliefs in the connection, and there's regret there. I feel like there's regret, there's sadness, there is confusion still. They're stuck. I feel like they are stuck still in the connection, certainly, and they want to balance it out. They want to feel more balanced within themselves, and they want the connection to be more balanced again. So in terms of astrological signs, I mean, Temperance is Sagittarius, Three of Cups is Cancer energy, the Moon is Pisces, Eight of Swords is Gemini energy. So let's see if we have got, let's see if we've got one of these cards. Is there anything? So I feel like they do miss you. Certainly, they're still stuck in a situation, for sure. They're not very happy. I just feel like they can't move forward. They feel like they can't move forward. They feel sort of trapped and stuck in it. But maybe they can't reveal that with the moon here. Maybe they feel they can't reveal. This person has something in her mouth. She's being sort of almost gagged. And I feel like with this mermaid, they're sort of singing, aren't they? I feel like they would love to express themselves. I love to express how they're feeling. But for some reason, maybe they're thinking, yeah, they can't, or that you wouldn't listen to them, or that you're not interested, maybe. And so they have to kind of, you know, all they can do literally is sort of, you know, sing to the moon, really, because you wouldn't necessarily hear it. What's underneath that? Yeah, the Eight of Cups. Somebody walked away. Somebody walked away. I feel like you walked away with the Eight of Cups here. I don't know if you can see that. Eight of Swords is the Eight of Cups. Somebody walked away. Somebody turned their back. And I feel like you might have turned your back, and this person is really unhappy in that. So is there anything else we've got for pile number 3 in their person? Admitting. It's okay to admit errors and put things right. So maybe there has been, yeah, some errors, some issues, some problems that caused it to come into separation. Maybe somebody wasn't honest about that initially with the Moon card here, and that might be why somebody left, because there wasn't an openness. Something was hidden, something, you know, there were some secrets or something. Because that can also be the Moon energy. Please, can you tell me how does pile number 3's person think and feel about pile number 3 now? They've gone. Mistakes. We all make mistakes. I feel like this person, with the admitting the mistakes, wants you to forgive them. I feel like they want forgiveness. Or somebody in this connection wants forgiveness. They want forgiveness. They know they've done wrong. Or they feel like they've done wrong. And it was a mistake, they made an error, maybe it was to do with a third party or something like that, and they're looking for forgiveness. Now, obviously, it's up to you whether you do forgive them, if that is the case for you. But I feel this person is looking for, is looking for forgiveness from you in some way. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Ten of Cups. Okay, how is pile number 3's person? Oh, 4 of Cups. I feel like these want to just, I feel like I'm taking these because they just seem to want to fly out for some reason. How is pile number 3's person thinking and feeling about pile number 3 now? How are they thinking and feeling about pile number 3 now? They have gone. Do they miss them? Ten of Wands. And the World is the overarching energy. They definitely want a new cycle. They want to begin a new cycle because the World is endings and completions and new cycles, and I think they want a new cycle. I mean, they see you as their emotional happiness. I mean, the Ten of Cups is absolute emotional fulfillment. But I think, you know, there is also this feeling, I think, that you are not interested, that there's a dissatisfaction here with the Four of Cups. Somebody's not interested in this connection, somebody who feels weighed down by it, feels weighed down, feels it's heavy, has maybe had enough, and they're not willing to take this person. I feel like they think you're not willing to take this person, take them back again, but for them, they're wanting balance, they're wanting harmony, they see it as emotionally. I feel like they're stuck in the connections still, and they want to have a new cycle. But I think they believe that you have left them, and that's why they feel so stuck, that's why they feel so trapped, that's why they feel they can't express their emotions, that all they can do is sing at the moon, howl at the moon, literally, you know, because you're not interested. That's what they're thinking, is you've moved on. You're not interested. They might be needing help, really, with their kind of their mental state, really. They might be needing guidance in some way, because I feel like they're really not happy. Maybe there were some behaviours here that were wrong, obviously, I think, with the moon card here. But there's a little bit about them as well. Maybe they didn't appreciate you. I feel like in some ways they probably didn't appreciate you, and they're just kind of realising that, or they're just becoming aware of that, or that the penny is beginning to drop, that they didn't treat you properly, they didn't treat you right, particularly under the Three of Cups. Maybe they didn't value the connection, they didn't value you when they had you. You know, they couldn't see, you know, the wonderful thing that you was offering them, you know, that your kind of, you know, the beautiful relationship or the connection that you were offering them. They saw it as a burden, maybe they felt they saw it as a burden, that it was, you know, something that they couldn't do or they couldn't appreciate at the time. But now I feel that they see you as their happiness, their, you know, their emotional fulfillment. And I think there's a lot of regret with this person. They would love a new cycle with you, but I think they realise that's probably unrealistic for them, and that they're sort of stuck in it, and they need help to move them forwards, really, because I think they think, you know, they love forgiveness from you, but I don't feel from these cards that they're hopeful that they're going to get it. But they see you as their, you know, as their happiness, as somebody that they, you know, made them happy, but they probably didn't realise it or appreciate it at that time. So the Ten of Cups is Pisces energy, Four of Cups is Cancer energy, and Ten of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Yeah. Okay, so they do miss you for sure. I think I think they see you as somebody that they would love to be with, but they wouldn't, with the Moon card here, and I just feel like they wouldn't feel that you would listen to them, or that they could express that to you. I think they kind of know it's sort of too late, really, and that you've started a new cycle, you've begun a new cycle, that you are in a new, you know, on a new journey. Yeah, I think they dearly love a new journey with you, but they won't take any action. I don't see them taking any action at the moment towards that. Let's see what else we've got here. Any message cards between card number 3 and their person? What does that one say? I wish things could be different. Yeah, I think there's a lot of wishing with this person. There's a lot of, you know, that's why they're sort of almost singing to the moon. Like, I just get this image again of them kind of howling at the moon. It's like it's their own, you know, I feel like they're almost going, I just feel like there's such a lot of regret with them, really. That is kind of really having an impact on them, on their health, on their mental health. But it's like almost like they just didn't, you know, appreciate you properly. You might have been in a situation with this person, in cycles with this person with the moon. It might have gone backwards and forwards, and they took you for granted, or they didn't treat you right, and but now you've finally gone, they kind of realise, really. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Yeah, so much regret here. Number 3 in the person. I am not available. So maybe that's you. Or somebody is not available in this, but I feel that might be you, pile number 3. I wish I could share my good news with you. Let's see, what else have we got here? So many things remind me of you, yeah. So I feel like, you know, they see you as somebody, like I say, who they could, you know, that they see as somebody who gave them a lot of happiness, or certainly the memory of you now gives them a lot of happiness. They might not have shown you that. They might not have appreciated that when they were with you. You know, it's often the case, isn't it? You know, you don't know what you've lost until it's gone. It's that old saying, it has that kind of feel to it. But I feel like you're on a new cycle now, pile number 3. And I feel they know you're on a new cycle, that you are, you know, you're healing, you're moving on with your life, you're, you know, you're maybe in a better place in this connection, but they are still stuck. They are still stuck in it. But they know they've got no chance or no hope of coming back to you, because, you know, you might have given them lots of chances, but I feel like you've kind of like saying, yeah, you've run out of chances now, because, you know, I'm not available anymore. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.